Hello everybody, I am back and today we're not gonna do anything that I usually do. Today I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna talk about something very dear to my heart, school. But we're gonna talk about some negative things about school because that's more fun, right? So I just wanted to talk about some of the extremely unnecessary rules that we have at school that just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, some of these might be exclusive to my school and my friends' schools, but they are popular unnecessary things at school nonetheless. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please keep on watching or listening, whatever. I'm gonna start off with something that was very ridiculous to me and to a lot of people. That is hair. Schools care about your hair. They really care about your hair for some reason and not in a good way, okay? For girls, you have to have 2 ponytails or 2 braids, and for boys, it has to be burnt down one side, one part, basically, and that was it. There was no other hairstyle that was allowed. I have no idea why. Does hair matter at all? Seriously, does education give a shit about hair? No, but your school does for some reason. It's just so annoying to me, like, why do we have to have 2 ponytails or braids even if we don't have enough hair on our heads? As a little girl, I had really short hair, and I couldn't really tie my hair in ponytails. And the teacher would be like,
No ponytails for you? What are you, special? You should wear ponytails, you know? From tomorrow, I should see you in ponytails.
I had to tie my fucking 2-inch long hair just for school. Yeah. So number 2, it is also about hair. They just care so much about your hair, right? The next rule was no color in your hair. You cannot bleach it, you cannot color it. Even if it is brown, you should try to keep it black. I don't know why this rule was prevalent. Now, I understand, like, bleaching your hair, coloring your hair, chemicals, not good for kids, blah, blah, blah. The thing was, we were in the 9th or 10th grade when we started doing these things, like bleaching your hair and whatnot. And the teacher would be like,
What? You bleached your hair? How dare you? How dare you dye it back to black tomorrow and come to school then? School is not a place of fashion, okay?
school is where we would spend 7 to 8 hours of our daily lives. That's 1/3 of the whole entire day, and we are not allowed to wear or do any fashion. So what do you think? We're just gonna be like dumb creatures that doesn't have any individuality? Now, I do understand if somebody has blue hair, that might make somebody else offended, but what's wrong with bleaching your goddamn hair? I don't understand it. It's just so ridiculous to me. It's super ridiculous. Moving on to number 3. 3, rather, should I say, because it's about nails. It's about nails. And you guessed it, what I'm going to talk about. You had to have short nails. If you can, just trim them off completely, not have any sort of nails. Because why? Hygiene. I don't understand. Like, what kind of hygiene tells you to absolutely cut off all length of your nail? Stupid. I still have nails and they're clean. They're completely clean. Yet, I had to cut it off because the school doesn't allow it. I don't get it. It's also applicable for boys. They also had to cut off their nails. I just don't get it. What does it matter if I have long nails or short nails? Does it matter? Does it really matter that much? I can still flip through a page. I can still write with my hands. But I have to cut off my nails apparently for some reason. Number 4, also about nails. No nail polish. ever, of any kind. Even if somebody was wearing a clear nail polish that was like completely matte or something, even then the teacher would be like,
Oh, you got a layer of nail polish on your nails? Take it off. Take it off. Right now. Get that goddamn nail polish off your nails.
somebody with chipped nail polish came into the school. Even she had to hear this same thing. She was like,
What? Nail polish? You dare wear nail polish? Take it off.
I don't understand. Again, if I can flip through the pages right with my hands, then what's wrong with colored nails? It's just nail polish. It's temporary. It's not like a tattoo or anything, okay? It's gonna come off eventually. And again, it takes away your individuality. What's wrong with colored nails? I just don't get it. Number 5. Uniform. Yes, Indian schools. All Indian schools have some sort of uniform on it. What? Some sort of uniform. That's where I should have stopped. Yes, all Indian schools have some sort of a uniform, and we are so used to it, we don't even question it. And while I really didn't care about my uniform because it was just a dress, okay? It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It mattered where I'm going and who I'm talking to and what I'm doing. So it didn't really matter to me, but sometimes I would think, like, what's the point of this uniform? What's the point of this goddamn uniform except to tell every single person in this entire planet where the hell I study? Seriously. Except for telling everybody where I study, there's no other use for the goddamn uniform. There was tie, which was extremely difficult to tie up, which I still don't know how to tie a tie. Do you just kind of made a knot and let it go, like hang in there, I don't care. And I tied it once in my life and I left it at that. In my opinion, the uniforms are completely unnecessary, and maybe just, provide with the ID card and that will be enough. In fact, I never wore my ID card and they didn't really say anything about it because we already had the uniform on and nobody didn't really had to see if we had an ID card on to understand that we are students of that institution. Weird. Whatever. So another problem with the uniform was that once upon a time, the whole class, after a midterm exam, went to the mall to, eat and roam around for a while. And they would not let us enter because we were all in our uniforms. And school timing, technically, hadn't been over yet. Like, our school used to end at 4:15 and it was 3 p.m. because our exams got over and we were allowed to go at like 2:30. And so we came to the mall and they were like, no, you're not allowed to come inside of the mall unless it is 4:15 or later. So we got rejected from the mall completely because of our uniforms, and that's just kind of weird to me. I feel like that's where the line should end, We were out of the school, yet we're not allowed to go into the mall because the timing wasn't over and we were in our uniforms. So yeah, schools, you should rethink this. I think I was at 6, right? Yes, number 6, lip balm. We would go to school with chapped lips because we're not allowed to wear lip balm. I don't know, that was just crazy. The only sort of lip balm we were allowed to wear was Vaseline. And Vaseline isn't a lip balm. It dries out your lips more than it hydrates or does anything to your lips. And the main problem they had with lip balm was that it has color in it. Lip balm with color. Yes. They, for some reason, thought that lip balm with color represents lipsticks. And I kind of agree, yes, it kind of looks like lipsticks, but what's wrong with a goddamn lip balm? What's wrong with it? What's so wrong about a lip balm that you cannot wear it to school? What, is it gonna make somebody kiss someone in the middle of the corridor? That only happens in the advertisements, right? it's just ridiculous to me how they thought that lip balm would ruin our education. Ah ha 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 ha. Number 7, notebooks. All the notebooks that we had to write on was provided by the school at the beginning of the session. They would just give you like bundles of notebooks, and you had to carry it home. Kilos of notebooks. You just had to carry it home. Then after you have carried it home, you're gonna have to use it for the rest of the year. No individuality. All the notebooks had the same print of the name of the school and the template for your name, class, roll number, whatever. And there was nothing else. Like, it was the dumbest notebooks on planet Earth. Now, again, I didn't really care about the notebooks because it didn't matter what was on top of them, it mattered what's inside of them, but it just made me frustrated to see, like, differentiate between different notebooks. Like, I would have 3 notebooks. All of them looked the same. One was of physics, one was of chemistry, and one was of mathematics, and there was no way to tell which one is which without like taking them out, checking, and then putting it on the desk or whatever. It's just stupid to me because honestly, can't you just make them a little bit more like better looking or something? And like, it's just notebooks. It's not like a huge deal. It's not books, it's just notebooks. You're gonna write on them, you're not gonna read them. They kind of needs to be individualized, and anytime we would put a sticker on it, they would be like,
Stickers? Take them off. Take them off.
it's just so weird. Like, what's wrong with y'all? The last and the, I think, 8th point I want to make is about food. We had to bring our own food from home, and we were not allowed to bring any non-veg food. Now, this may be a subjective topic. Some people will say that yes, you can, like, you should be allowed to bring whatever food you want. Some people will say no, it's okay that you had only to bring veg food, but I kind of find it stupid. Like, why would you regulate what a child eats? Children needs to eat meat and fishes as well, sometimes at least, you know, unless you're vegetarian from birth maybe. And if somebody brought a piece of meat or something and a teacher saw it, she would just complain it to the principal, and it was just like, why? What's the point? This didn't really happen in my school because nobody cared to see who brought what, but I've heard stories from other people where they had people complain to the principal that somebody had brought non-veg food. And I don't know, does it really matter what food the child is eating at break time? Does it matter? Yeah. Now, I don't know, it's just, why? Why do you have to control every aspect of a student's life in school? Given all of these points, I still did enjoy my school life very, very much. I still love my school a lot. I miss school because I'm in college now, but I wish I could just go back to school and enjoy those, you know, like days and whatnot. It was really fun. I loved my school. I went to 2 different schools in my life, and I loved both of them. And while these regulations sometimes seem very unnecessary now, they didn't really feel like that when I was actually studying in the school, because it was just second nature, you know. I got used to it. It was nothing, and it didn't matter really what was going on in the school. What mattered was the friends, the teachers, the classes, the subjects, and, you know, a lot of talking and all the jazz. It didn't really matter what we wear, what we don't wear, what we had in the tiffin boxes and whatnot. And so, while these things does not really matter in real life, but I just feel like school should have a little bit more, you know, less regulations. I just feel like schools should have less regulations about like every single aspect of a student's life and just let them be individuals. If you're gonna take away all their individuality, starting from nail polish to their uniforms, like dresses, that's just gonna make them all robots, right? If you're raising a bunch of kids that look the same, that think the same, that eats the same food, have the same nails, have the same hair, I feel like it's like a factory. And does schools need to be like factories? I don't think so. Schools need to be more interactive, more, fun, I believe. And I just hope that schools improve a little bit more, at least Indian schools. I do see a lot of foreign school going people on YouTube and they don't seem to have a lot of these regulations. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you really love this video, please share it with your friends on Facebook and whatnot. And I'll see you later. Bye bye. For girls, that were all blah, blah, blah. That was, how to tie a tie. I would really appreciate if this neighbor would stop stomping through his floors. Anyway, lip balm would ruin your education. So another. Up. Shut up. Just shut up. I thought that was a ghost.